YouTube. So you hear my voice, right? So it's gonna be a long video. So I'm first and foremost not into YouTube, but I do post videos here and there. And I did say I was done making YouTube videos, but the way the world is and the things I experience, it be needing to be made. So my voice sound like this because I have started a new job and I was excited about it as being a pre-K teacher. And I have decided to step away from non-religious childcare. Like I worked at a public school and everything was fine and dandy until I started dealing with bullying. And I would still be there going on 4 years. I was there 3 years going on 4 years. But due to my mental health, I had to leave. I had to quit. So I was like, okay, let me try some religious childcare. And this place is a good environment because it's a lot of people my color. And I'm not racist or anything. I love all races. God know I love all races. But I was like, I've been working all my life at places that were full of people who weren't mixed with, like who wasn't my color, African American. There were more like Caucasians or whatever. But anyways, it's just a good feeling to work somewhere where you see a lot of people like you, or at least some. A lot of my experience in life, I literally worked and I was the only one of my kind. Okay. But anyways, um, so the childcare that I work at, I'm gonna be faking it until I make it until like a year or less. If something pop up kindergarten wise, definitely put my 2 weeks in. But I'm gonna try to fake it. I'm not gonna try to fake it until I make it. I'm gonna fake it until I make it for a year or less, no more than a year at this place. My voice sound like this because they give me all of the bad children, and I can deal with the children with the attitudes, which are two boys. And then the main reason my voice sound like this is because they give me a child that they can't deal with and I can't deal with. But I at least try and give him two chances before I throw him in the corner. And with me, when I throw him in the corner, he runs off. But with them, he knows not to run off. But anyways, he has autism and ADHD. First of all, I don't specialize in that. Two, I lost my voice because of that. Three, I no longer starting Friday, and then the rest of my days there, I no longer redirect this child. I no longer yell at him. I no longer try to get him to listen. I don't even like. I just gotta let him be free. He breaks stance. He talks to himself, like all over. We can be lining up. We can be in a classroom. We could be going to lunch in the bathroom, and he's talking to himself, grabbing things, running off, singing to himself, no music, just doing a lot of walking around. And he don't walk, he runs. Sorry, he runs all over. He yells and talks, like it's a lot of things that he do. That shows that he has autism or something going on there. Um, it's a lot that he do. He grabs from everyone. He does really well when I do one-on-one with him. But I can't give him that attention all day long because I have other children. I have like 10 children, and sometimes it can be up to 12 children because they have to stay in ratio. It's not like a public school, which I love public schools. But yeah, I would never go to public school because they didn't help me out with being bullying. They basically didn't treat me like I was the victim. They basically let the perpetrator just get away with bullying, basically. But anyways, they would give me at this child care. It's a lot of things that is very confusing. It makes no sense to me. I also got strep throat, which I feel so much better now. Like I got a little sick um, from this child care. Within 1 week, I lost my voice. At the same time, I got strep throat, and it went from a sore throat to a strep throat because they leave the children that are sick in the same classroom as you instead of not having sick children around the children who aren't sick. So literally yesterday there were only 3 children at the site, literally, like our age group wise, because all of them are sick. I bet, because you're mixing, it's just common sense. You're not excluding the sick children from the children who aren't sick. So what do you think is going to happen? Everybody's going to get sick. And it takes a lot for me to get sick. I feel so much better throat wise. I've been taking medicine last night and this morning, and I feel so much better, like alive. Like I start feeling like deadly, like sick. Like I didn't feel sick. My throat was like feeling like pre-hell. And I'm not going to hell, but it felt like pre-hell, because hell, you don't want to go there, okay? Because Jesus is coming soon. But anyways, it's just a lot. They curse in front of the children, and then they get mad that the children are cursing. It's like ghetto. And I understand it's okay to be a little ghetto, okay? But it's not okay to be ghetto where y'all are cussing or playing a video that has cursing in it. Like, and the children aren't watching that video, but they are seeing it, because like during nap time, sometimes they'll watch a video that has cursing in it. And some of the children don't go to sleep. They'll say, go to sleep. But they'll still hear it. They'll still be watching it. And regardless, that shouldn't be. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with, I don't agree with children being sick at the center all day either, because it's a school, church, and it's not just daycare, and it's not just daycare, it's school, because we do teach. Like I literally teach, literally. They don't play all day. I don't know how the other staff do. I feel like they don't really teach. I teach, and I feel like they do activities with them and different stuff, but I actually, like, as what I experience, I do teaching. Like I teach them animals, traveling, vehicles, alphabet, letters, body parts, how to cough in their and sneeze in their arms, how to wear their mask. And they're pre-K, they literally cannot wear their mask. So I got to the point I'm done saying it, because I don't want to lose my voice. And that wasn't the main reason why I have lost my voice. It's because I've been dealing with this child every day, single day. Like they don't have a care in the world to give me a break of dealing with a child that I, one, don't specialize in. Two, I'm not no professional to be dealing with a child like that. And every day, like, can I get a break? Can you guys deal with them sometimes? And yeah, I have skin patches up there. It's just very, very disturbing. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I'm trying to find a job that is not ghetto, that don't do bullying. They don't do bullying, so that's a good thing. Like, I'm trying to find a job that's not perfect, because there's no job that's perfect. But I'm trying to find a job that's just decent and not like bad, or, I don't feel like you can find a job that's just perfect. Like I said, again, I'm just trying to find a job that is not just like, they ask me, oh, how is the job? And I'm like, it's okay. Because it is okay. It's not okay. But it's like okay, meaning like I'm not about to complain about things that I've noticed, because I'm not a complainer. Okay. And I thug stuff out, meaning I fake it until I make it. If I feel like, this is like just some things I don't agree with. And it's to the point now where I will stand like 8 and could do 9 hours, because it's like they do have the children stay there. Some parents have their child stay there to 8 p.m., y'all. I'm thinking 8 p.m. Wow, that's crazy. So I was like, I'll stay there until like 6, but no later. But now, nope, just to 3. Nope. Like, I won't say the time that I start there, but I do like 7 hours instead of 8 now because of them allowing um sick children to be there all day. Like no, like I don't understand that. I don't understand it. It's crazy. It's a lot of things. But other than that, I love teaching. This is actually the first teaching job that I've done, and I will be looking for kindergarten because kindergarten is my area. They can do more than pre-K can do, like on their own, you know. And I don't mind working with pre-K. It's just really the fact of like what I'm experienced now. Like one child get like treated like as if he can't even go to the bathroom on his own, and he does pretty good on his own to go to the bathroom. And I just feel like you got to help him to be more confident of going to the bathroom by himself because he can go to the bathroom by himself as a pre-K. You know, some of them aren't ready and some of them are. And it's like the pre-K I get a mixture of toddlers. And I don't understand that either. I get a mixture of 3, 4, and 5s. And I don't understand why they're low staff just like other people and they really can't hire people. And I see why. Just like other jobs that I've had and like the retail job that I had to do, they can't keep people, and I seen why. And I don't do retail, but I had to get a job and do what I got to do, you know, after dealing with bullying or whatever. And I'm just like over this world. Like I can't wait to Jesus Christ come back because this world is crazy. And the things that I experience, especially in childcare, be like, wow. I actually feel terrible that I had to even get back in retail or start over in childcare. You know, working for a public school was the best opportunity and it was perfect for me. I was a teacher assistant. I didn't mind not being a teacher. I knew one day I was going to become a teacher, and I'm still working on that. But it would be for a different side of town, public school in the future, or a religious place. I don't mind being a teacher at a religious place, just not a ghetto one, you know. And I'm not a picky person, but it's like, yeah, you see my little skin patcher datcher. I got like a few. They're recovering really well, but don't pop pimples. Bad idea. Um, yeah, it's just yeah, just like this world is crazy, and the things I've seen and experienced is just like please help me understand why these things are like not tolerated but happens. Like, and they'll look at me and notice that I peep things, and they know, you know how people play on your mind and try, like, and I'm a person, I'm gonna act stupid, but I know, and I know you know, like, they'll try to play on your mind, like, play mind games, like, they'll be like, oh, do you want to, like, they said this, they was like, do you want to combine with another teacher because they found out my voice was going and why my voice is going. They know why my voice is going because of that one particular child that y'all don't want to deal with either. And it's not that I don't want to deal with him either. I just need a break from dealing with him every day. And that's why I decided I'm not going to be yelling and screaming at him all day long. No, I'm going to let him be free and do him because he's not going to listen, and I cannot specialize in providing that one-on-one all day with him because I have a job to do with other students. And I'm not going to lose my voice again trying to get him to listen because he's not going to listen. And that's why my voice is gone. And they know this. They know that they can't deal with him and I can't deal with him. And I can't deal with this child one-on-one, but I cannot deal with him by myself. Okay, so what does that tell you? He needs to be with a special, not like in a special place, but he needs to be worked on by one person, and I can't do that. And it's just not that they don't give me a break. Like, they don't take some of the children who are bad, and I don't call children bad, but that's what they are. I say children with behavior problems, but at the end of the day, it's children. I mean, we got to be honest here in life. There are children who are bad, and saying they're bad in front of their face, I would never say you're a bad child. I would say you have, I tell a child, you need to make better choices. You need to make better decisions. Okay. But as an adult behind closed doors, I feel like you can say that child is bad. Okay. But you don't ever tell no child you're bad. That's just not good. Because in reality, when a child do bad things, they are considered a bad child. Okay. But they're not a bad child meaning that they're a bad person. They're a bad child because of the things that they do. Okay. So I want to be perfectly clear about that when I say that a child is bad, because I honestly don't like and I've heard from, I've had experiences in childcare, in this childcare, they'll tell a child, you're bad. I would never, ever do that to a child and call them bad. I can honestly say behind closed door, you can say, okay, yes, this child is bad. Like, I'm sorry, they're bad. If you lie as a parent, be like, oh, this my child isn't bad sometimes, or can cut up, you're lying. And all children aren't bad. There's some children that are really good. Like, my niece was good. She'll slip up sometime and have her little moods, but she was in a bad child. Some children are, I'm sorry, they're bad. And it's because of how they were raised, okay? But they're not initially a bad child. Like, they're not a bad person. They just have bad ways that make them a bad child, okay? I want to be very, very clear on that. I really don't like the whole term itself of saying bad child, but it is what it is. But it's how you look at it. A child can be bad, but they're not a bad child or bad person. Okay? That makes sense. So, yep, I'm going to, whenever I do find a kindergarten in non-ghetto childcare, especially religious wise. And it's funny because this is a religious childcare and they gossip about the parents. I don't agree with that either. And y'all religious, and I already know how religious people are. Some religious people are gossipers, and some religious people aren't really religious. They claim to be religious, but they don't act the part. That makes sense. So it's a lot that I just be like, I'm in another situationship at a job. But I'm glad it's not bullying. I mean, it's still bad, but it's like, I'd rather do anything versus being bullying, because bullying is terrible for me because I've had bad experiences as a child. Anyways, I'm just like, it's just like, I just been through trials and tribulations since like 2017, like with my personal lives and experiences. And then like last year and this year, I've dealt with, not this year, the year before and last year, I dealt with bullying. Okay, I found the perfect job. I love working with complex students in a certain area, which was the hood, okay? And I'm from the hood. It was children who come from poverty and bad homes and stuff. You know, I love working with them type of children. I know what they are going through. Not that I got it, you know, some may got abused or neglected or etc. etc. I didn't deal with that, but I knew children who did. You know, I grew up in the hood. You kind of see children who or go to school with it. It's just you from that environment. So the school that was a place that I wanted to retire from, literally, until I started dealing with bullying. Um, but anyways, I'm basically starting all over, finding a place that's decent, and I just hate that I have to start over. And you know, I was so excited, and then you start seeing things like, I don't agree with this, and it's things that I can disagree with and still work there. But when it comes to my health, that's a problem. Um, Two, age wise, but like I said, I would still do pre-K if it wasn't ghetto. And like, it's just like, man, but I'm about to go sleep in. God bless.